Hey folks, Phil Gallagher here for another dose of Daily D&T. Uh, like, we technically have a 1, 2, 3 drop curve, but I really don't feel like we're going to take advantage of being on the play very well. I'm going to ship this hand. I like this hand much better. We're going to keep this and junk the Charming Prince. We have too many other things going on with our mana. We're probably not going to need to blink anything in the immediate future anyway. Ooh, if this isn't a Blood Moon, I'm snap wastelanding that Ancient Tomb. I'll block. No need to kill the Rebel Master just yet. We'll do it in their main phase. You're just a touch late, friend. So are you, Ether Vial. So are you. Still totally fine as long as I draw a land here. Thalia invalidates Goblin Rabble Master. As does Stoneforge Mystic. So now we're going to get to eat both goblins this turn. Magus of the Moon, totally fine here. We're going to get Jitte over like a Batterskull or Sword of Fire and Ice here, because I'm relatively soft to Ensnaring Bridge without playing Flicker Wisps. It's going to cost 5 mana, friend. Alright. That does make life more challenging. I will play a mountain and pass the turn. Transfer, totally fine. Alright, fine. I'm gonna always yield to this. We're not in any danger of that right now. Look at all these sweet cards I can't play. All right. Thalia gets equipped here. Oh, shoot. I clicked through that. That actually doesn't matter, though. Well, actually, it does matter. No, it doesn't matter. I just let them take a couple of points of damage with attempt to do a couple of points of damage with Goblin Rabblemaster, then I kill it. Well, I guess now this can wait until my turn. Alright, I'm just going to pass the turn again. Just mostly hoping my opponent doesn't draw something like Fiery Confluence. Magus of the Moon is totally fine. I will just kill the Goblin Rabblemaster here, I guess. And I guess I should be bouncing my Jitte back and forth between creatures as well. Since I'm basically doing nothing else with my mana the rest of this game. And we made it through that game without it becoming clear that I didn't have Flicker Wisp. Whew, good stuff. We'll bring in a giant pile of cards for my opponent's stuff. Boarding for the Red Prison matchup's kind of interesting, because there's this weird subgame of, like, which cards are they leaving in versus which cards are they taking out? Like, are they going to rely on creatures to try to win the game, or are they going to rely on, like, planeswalkers and a bridge lock to win the game? So I think I want these 7 cards. I probably don't want my Giver of Runes. Again, like hedging against Chalice. I can probably cut a Swords to Plowshare, and then I'll cut 3 assorted creatures to round things out. Tomic, maybe as a white creature is something that should go. I think Charming Prince, flickering my recruiters can be really good as the game goes along. Canonist is pretty bad. Let's junk that. Canonist and Tomix? That would probably be fine. Normally, if I have something like Crusader, I cut that. So this seems good. On the draw, I would like something I can just, like, deal with a turn 1 Rabblemaster. So a hand with Swords to Plowshares is somewhat preferable on the draw. But again, anything that has, like, a Stoneforge or a Thalia is probably fine. Yeah, this is a great hand. My opponent keeps their hand. Are you chalicing me? You are chalicing me. Am I wastelanding you? That land's going away anyway. But if I let you stick a threat, things can be more inconvenient, especially if you have, like, Mountain plus Spirit Guide. So I think I am going to go ahead and nug this. Like, I have a great endgame thing going here. I need to make sure that I make it through the early game to get to it. Honestly, I think I want Jitte again, keeping ensnaring bridge in mind as something that is going to be the primary way that I lose this game. I have an answer to one, but I don't have an answer to a second. That's awkward for me. It makes me really wish that I'd gotten a Batter Skull. I have to do that now to avoid discarding, but it sets me up for a rough Fiery Confluence if that were something that happened. This is not going to be a Recruiter of the Guard game. So next turn, I save 2 damage if I get rid of the one that they mentor onto. If I get rid of a goblin this turn, I also save 2 damage. But if that goblin continues to whack for 2, I actually save more than 2 damage by getting rid of the one next turn. So I'm going to go ahead and go into a holding pattern for this Jitte here. Land. Okay. Everything's fine now. So this is going to prevent like the Chandra or the Fiery Confluence from coming down and really wrecking me. And then I can stabilize the board over time with what I've got here. And I don't want to trade this away for the War Boss. War Boss can hang out. And Avenger this turn. And then I'll Batter Skull a touch later. I may also just put Avenger on Jitte duty. Like, the attack and defensive options that provides are pretty great. So you can't Fiery Confluence me. I'll accept totally getting blown out by some pseudo-electrickery card. Sulfur Elemental would have been the card that I would have gotten blown out by blocking like that, actually. Alright. Do you have a braid? All right, and we take that one down. Didn't even need Flicker Wisp to bully Red Prison. The rest of the deck's plenty good at that. I'll be back tomorrow.